Mechanism of stack operation can be understood with help of a program. So if we explain this program, or we come to know how this program is performed, we can easily understand operation of stack. Note that in program, popping of sum and address is done by function fun. That means popping and putting is done by function. So popping, that means removing, is done by function fun, which was add. So add was function in our program, whereas popping of two integers is done by main. So popping of two integers, that means the sum was 7, so it was popping. So whereas popping of two integers is done by main, when it is done this way, it is known as Seidel calling convention. CDEC-L calling convention. This calling convention also decides whether the parameters being passed to the function are pushed on the stack. So this convention is also deciding that whether parameters to the function are pushed on the stack in left right or right to left order. So they are pushed in orders, that means from left to right and from right to left order. The standard calling convention always uses the right to left order. Thus during call to fun, firstly value of b is pushed on the stack. So during call to fun, firstly value of b is pushed on stack, followed by value of a. So value of fun, that was add, was pushed on stack, followed by value of a. The recursive calls are no different, that means rec calls. So in recursive call we use factorial. We can use them for finding factorials. So factorials are basically mathematical sums or functions in which we multiply that number. For example, 4's factorial is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So that is a factorial. The recursive calls are no different. Whenever we make a recursive call, the parameters and return address gets pushed on stack. Also note that while writing recursive functions, you must have an if statement somewhere in recursive function to force the function to return without recursive call being executed. That means while writing recursive functions, you must have an if statement somewhere. So in recursive call, it includes a if statement also. To function the force uh, to function to force the functions to return without recursive call being executed. So if statement is used in every recursive call. If you don't do this and you call the function, you will fall in an indefinite loop, and stack will keep on getting filled with parameters and return address each time. So if you don't use this if statement, you will fall in an indefinite loop, and stack will keep on getting filled with parameters. And if you are not using if statement in a call, soon stack will become full and you would get a runtime error indicating that stack has become full. This is very common error while writing recursive function. My advice is to use printf statement liberally during. We should use printf statement liberally during development of recursive function, so that you can watch what is going on and can abort execution if you see that you have made a mistake. So we should use if statement in recursive call. So it is important to do this.